Hi guys, this is Crystal
And Krista with LuLaRoe, Crystal and Krista.
and tonight we're going to do a LuLaRoe short. We're going to start doing some small segments on YouTube just to let you guys get to know more about the LuLaRoe clothing business with us. And obviously it's about the clothing, so just to share a little bit of that, I've got my buttery soft leggings on and my Irma top. Krista, what do you have on?
Yes, we are twins, we are sisters, and we are both wearing gray Irmas today. She has a very shiny one on. It's very pretty. It's actually one size bigger, so she has it rouged in the back.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a gray Irma. Irma is my love, and I have some red leggings on today. It's just kind of rainy out, so it's real comfortable clothes for today.
Yeah, and we're actually partners. So today's segment is going to be how to file as partners with LuLaRoe. So the first step is obviously finding a sponsor. So you have to have a LuLaRoe sponsor, and that person will send you a link to sign up for the application. But we wanted to go over some steps to do before the application so that you guys are prepared and you don't have to keep going back and adding to your application. It just helps the process be smoother. So the first thing you want to do as partners is go ahead and sign up for a joint email account. And Krista and I, we just went ahead and did a Yahoo account. So we did LuLaRoe, Crystal and Krista at yahoo.com. But I would advise maybe thinking about doing a Gmail account just because we do use a lot of Google Docs for our business. And that way the Gmail account will be connected with your LuLaRoe email and all your Google Docs.
And I want to make a few suggestions in the way of choosing a sponsor. I think it's incredibly important that when you decide to sign up for this wonderful company and decide to sell this awesome clothing, that you take the time to get to know your consultant and ask them some pretty serious, important questions. What are they going to do to support you? What are they going to do on a weekly basis, a monthly basis? What kind of training they have in place to support you? So that you have a very good sponsor in place.
Yeah, you have to have a good support system, obviously. We have each other as partners, which I would definitely recommend if you're a little bit nervous going into this business and investing. It is good to have a partner. But also, like Krista said, the sponsor is especially important because they're pretty much going to be your
resource person.
Yeah, they're going to be your resource, your go-to.
Mm-hmm.
So it's good to pick out the right sponsor. Next, we want to talk about joint banking accounts. So before you do the application, you're going to sign up for a joint banking account so that your LuLaRoe checks have somewhere to go. So we just went with Fidelity Investments because we could do a cash management account online. Then we printed off the form to have check writing capabilities. I downloaded Cam Scanner on my phone and we took a picture of the form. Both partners had to sign the check writing form. We sent it back to Fidelity. They processed it, sent us our checks, sent us our cards, and our cash management account was easily opened. So Krista's going to talk about the next thing you want to do.
And I want to circle back and say why these pieces are important to do. You have to have all these pieces in place prior to filing the application, and we'll talk about those 3 steps again towards the end of the video. But you definitely want that joint checking account there so that you have your check, which is one of the requirements to send in with the application. So the second thing is going to be the joint credit card. I really want to do that ahead of time for several reasons. First, you may want to use this credit card when you do onboard to do your initial package. Some people are choosing different types of credit cards based off of what promotions they have going on. Maybe zero interest or zero payments for 12 months, 18 months, whatever it may be. You need to have a joint card in place for all of the pre-purchases you need to make prior to getting up and running. So you need to get, your racks and your mirrors and your signs, etc. Your business card. Yeah, absolutely. And so that's just really important to have that credit card in place. So you can put those purchases on the credit card for taxes and filing purposes at the end of the year. So you can keep it all in one place. So that is the reason for doing the joint credit card. And you want to do it ahead of time because application only lets you add one person. So you have to get cleared, get accepted, and then add the person after. And then it still takes 5 to 10 days to get it in the mail. So you want to have that in place.
Yeah, absolutely. So these are all steps before you're filling out the application. So Krista's just going to reiterate the 3 things that you want to do before filling out the application.
You want to make sure that you have a checking account in place because you have to send a check-in with your application. You want to make sure that you have copies of both of your guys' licenses because you have to send that in with the application.
Yep.
And you want to make sure the application is filled out in its entirety with both signatures and all of each other's information on it so that it is complete. With all 3 of those pieces, you'll be ready to go to submit your application on their website so it doesn't hold you up in the process.
And then you'll be in the onboarding queue. And that's really exciting, and you'll be checking it every day because you will be so pumped to get that call from California and on board and get your first package of inventory. So hopefully this LuLaRoe short was helpful to you all. We definitely plan on coming out with many more advice, but if you have comments and questions, topics you want us to review, just put it out there. We will be as candid as possible and share our knowledge and our journey with this exciting company. So thank you guys.
Thanks.
Bye.